making this pizza peel. I just used some leftover scrap material from a table that I built, I don't know, last year or 2 years ago. Just leftover oak with some accent of cherry and walnut. I'll show you how I made it, and then hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. All right, so I'm using, like I said, this leftover cut off from a oak table that I made last year. I'm cutting it down. I'm going to reconfigure the setup of it, and then so I can center that long piece and then add the accents in. Right now I'm just getting it down to a more manageable thickness. So the pizza peel does not need to be 1.25 inches, which I think this is right now. I think I get it down to about 1/2 inch or 5/8 of an inch, but I'm not exactly sure. I have my little helper in here. I love it when she's out in the shop with me. She loves being out in the shop. She really likes and enjoys sweeping up the shop for some reason. All right, so here I'm just going to split down this long piece because that's where the accents are going to go for the length of the handle. I do apologize for the angle on the camera here. I believe my helper has bumped it and knocked it over, but that's all right. She's helping me keep it clean. Just cutting down the cherry and the walnut. You can kind of see what I was going for here now. I will end up cutting more off of this. That way I can have it exactly centered. I'm just going to glue this piece together now and come back and do the other half.
Nice and clean.
And my little helper here does have some advice if you have some earrings.
And always remember that if you have earrings that are earring holes that are open, make sure you put earrings in.
So yes, make sure that you keep your earring holes filled with something or they will close. All right, so here I'm just going to clean up what we just glued together. I got my other little helper here, my little buddy Maverick. He is going to help me here. He doesn't do as much as Big Sister does, but he does like being out in the shop. It's a little cold, and he likes to give me his thumbs up when he thinks I'm doing a good job. All right, so I've cut off this other piece, and then I'm just going to glue this on, and you can kind of see where I'm getting this symmetrical, I don't know, layout of the board now. It's going to have that center accent running right down the middle, and then I'll come back through with the template and shape this. But right now I'm just going to get this glued on, let it set.
And if you want, you can have 2 assistants, but my daddy has 2 instead of 1.
She really does like being on camera. She loves being out here most of the time. So here I am. I've got it out of the clamps now. I'm just marking out the actual size of what I want so I can get my template made. I'm not going to make the template with this, obviously. I'm just going to use this to get my dimensions on what I want. I'll use a 1/4 inch sheet of scrap plywood. I'll make the template, and then I'll go through here and try to find the radius that I think looks the best. Radii, I'm not sure. Radiuses. Just cutting it now to be even on both sides. That way that accent does run down the middle. And then I started off with this can of spray. I don't think I stuck with this. I think I tried it up a couple different cans, and I like the radius of some other cans. So I think I ended up switching it to that. But this is just kind of me doing my layout. I want to get the handle with the spot to put some hanging device on, and then I want the longer handle, and then obviously all the edges to have a radius in all the corners. But you can just watch me do this. It's kind of boring, I guess. just doing the rough cut out of this. I will take it over to the oscillating sander to clean up these edges and get it looking nice before I actually apply this template to the workpiece. All right, shout out to Brad at Fix This, Build That. I got the plan for this flip top tool cart from him. I know a lot of other YouTubers have their own plans and their own videos showcasing how they built it. But I used his plan and it has worked great for me. I did make a couple modifications just because I wanted different sizes and different heights. I'm a taller guy. But yeah, shout out to him. If you want something like this, check out his page. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and use the oscillating sander here, clean up these edges. I do need some new sandpaper on here. It's kind of worn at the bottom. I just haven't gotten around to replacing it yet, but I'll do that eventually. It's working good enough for now. So once I get this cleaned up, then I will drill out a hole for that in the handle there, which you see me doing here. And then I'll go ahead and put this on the workpiece and we'll get the workpiece cut out. As you can see here, I'm just using double stick tape to apply the template. I will use my table saw fence as a reference to make sure that front edge is straight and in line with it. And you can see I have my helper here again with another message. I do not have a dedicated workbench in the shop yet. I don't have the room for it, and I just not have the time or the money to build one. So I built this Moxon vise maybe a year or so ago, and it has drastically increased what I'm able to do in the shop, having some place to do efficient work holding and a work surface. So if you don't have a workbench, definitely build a Moxon vise. Got this from Jonathan Katz-Moses on his website, and he had some build plans and a video for it as well. There is a knot on the underside of the pizza peel. I'm just going to fill that with some black epoxy. It's on the underside, so don't care. So this is where we're at. The epoxy on the underside has completely cured. I have to do some sanding, do some rounding of the edges. I have to put a little chamfer or ramp on this so that the pizza peel can slide under the pizza easily. And once that's done, we'll put some finish on it, and then this will be done. So like I just mentioned, I've never really had a workbench, so never really had a good work holding solution. With that being said, I don't have a lot of experience using hand tools, so I'm trying to incorporate hand tools into each project now. If you are seeing me struggle with this hand plane, I'm sure there's things that I'm doing wrong that I could be doing better. But like I said, I'm just trying to learn how to use these and incorporate them into each project. It does end up coming out nice. It's just a little bit rough to start and use. I'm not going to bore you with the sanding process, but I do go through and mark everything with the pencil, and I just sand that until the pencil's gone, and I repeat that through all the grits. And then I will take that same hand plane. It's a Stanley Sweetheart number 4. This is the first hand plane I've ever bought. If I could go back and buy another one, I would not buy the Sweetheart. It has a different adjuster and depth knob. I'm not even sure the terminology on it, but I don't like it. I wish it was just a regular number 4. But it does the job here. It gets that little ramp or chamfer, whatever you want to call it, for the pizza to slide up onto. It gets it looking nice. And I'll just touch everything up with the block plane to make sure that the front edge is even all around. And then just clean that up with some sandpaper. This is extremely frustrating. You'll see why in a second. I probably should have done my roundovers before I did the chamfer, the ramp. And you'll see why, because right here, the bearing on the router does not have anything to bear on, and I actually cut into the piece with the router bit. And so I didn't show it on camera, but I did cut that piece off and glue it back on. Here I am just finessing everything to make it
match. I'll just come back through and do my roundovers before cutting it off, and then I will do everything with the hand planes again to match that same ramp or chamfer. Of course, dropping my router. Everything was fine. It's all good. I will stay very clear of the ramp, like I just said, and then I will come through with I think a rasp and finesse it. I'll just take some of my random orbital sandpaper and I'm going to finesse these edges. I want them nice and smooth. I don't necessarily need them to be perfect, but I want them smooth, and the router bit, for whatever reason, I'm not sure if it was dirty or what, it did not give the smoothest edge. And so I'm just going to clean that up with this, and then, like I said, I'll come back with a file or a rasp to make that round overflow into the ramp. I am going to clean everything off with some mineral spirits, especially since I'm going to be applying some tried and true oil. The mineral spirits, I find, has removed more dust than just sweeping it or blowing it off. At this time, I did not have a air compressor to blow off the dust. I've since purchased one of those, and that works a little bit better, I think, than the mineral spirits, but at the time, that's what I had.
And last but not least, here's my beautiful wife who has volunteered to demonstrate how the pizza peel is used.